Hey guys, welcome back to Twist and Shout. Here with a quick video. The whole Gayle King situation. As a woman of faith, when I tell you some of these things that are going on in the world are just disturbing my whole soul. Like come on, like why? And she put up a response video indicating that she was unaware of the section of the interview that was going to be posted. But I even go a step further to say, honey, you asked the question. Like, you can't, who are you going to blame for that? Like, you open your mouth and ask that question to a friend. And in a time of grievance, like, who does that? And I'm trying not to be overly upset because that's not the way to do it either. But I would like to emphasize, as someone who is a plain Jane, someone who's a regular stay-at-home mom, who, I'll be honest, the Lakers wasn't my team. I'm a Celtics fan. But for someone who has respect for the sport world and respect for someone who is dead, someone who was a father, someone who was a husband, at that point, where is your compassion for the family? And even beyond that point, when you resurface that whole case, do you not realize there was a victim involved and the victim with family? And how that could, I'm pretty sure by her even being just her coming against him so long ago and having to deal with that for the rest of her life, you also reopen something that could cause her some trauma. And it's like, where is your compassion? Like, where is it? And by all means, I'm not taking away the fact that, hey, maybe he did, maybe he didn't do it. But that's neither here or there. He's dead. And I think when you start doing something for $1, you start being a sellout, you need help. You honestly need some help. And this is what I mean by, you know what? They're doing their job to a certain extent. I have seen people comment and say that, like, okay, they're just doing what they do. They ask the questions, they get the facts. That could be true. But why now? It's very unfortunate because she is an African-American woman. She probably received all kind of raises and praise for the R. Kelly interview. And that probably just said, hey, you are them. So maybe you can get a reaction or, some type of action. And even with this negativity, because like what you will learn in psychology with children and behavior, or anybody for that matter that has issues, bad attention is better than no attention. So could that possibly be their intention over at CBS? Without a shadow of a doubt. For her, I'm pretty sure that she didn't expect nobody to come at her because she's not the first. I've seen plenty of other resurfacing videos concerning Kobe's life, including the case on YouTube. And that could be just somebody out of curiosity just typing in Kobe Bryant, who is he, what he did, that could be it. But I'm seeing like old videos of other things that reaching up to millions of views. And when you're dealing with people who are trying to be of relevance, trying to be known and trying to, be out there, anything, literally the selling of their soul. And I hate to, because I know everybody that watches me is not of faith, but you gotta want to take a step back and say, what is this world coming to? What is our community coming to? Like, we've come so far. And literally in Black History Month, for crying out loud, that we have to see this, deal with this, and feel some type of way. And I think that's so unfair to us. God bless her. Like, I don't know how her future career is going to go after this. They may cover her. They may kind of like a you scratch my back, I scratch yours type thing. So you probably end up seeing some type of formal interview coming up soon. I don't doubt that at all. The tricky thing is she came at CBS saying that she was unaware. I'm pretty sure they're going to clap back and say, you knew what question we gave you before the interview started. Because that would be true. So, I'm seeing, I would not be surprised if you see, it was just a misunderstanding. Like, I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. And then trying to get people just like to look over it. But it's like, you probably, every dog has their day, right? Today might be Gayle King's day. I vote for that. Now I'm not saying call her out her name or whatever, because two wrongs don't make a right. And I think that's one thing that we as African American people need to work on. Like, even with myself, like, the first initial response is anger, but anger doesn't do anything. As the saying goes, two fools arguing from a distance, you can't tell who's the fool and who's not. And not saying nobody's wrong for backlashing at her, and you're entitled to your opinion, because that's where we stand. We're in America, but there's a tasteful way to do everything. Even I seen the 50 Cent response. I think he did a very good job speaking his mind, speaking his truth. And I say, for someone who's an African American woman, someone who has made sure not to fall into situations where you're a sellout. And like I said, my goal, even for my own personal channel, is to say, you know what? The truth stands on its own. It doesn't need my roof, my barks. It doesn't need none of that. Let your truth be your light. And I honestly pray for her career. The thing with words is you can't really make them right. You throw them out in the atmosphere, you can't make those right, because people always remember what you said. You can try to camouflage all you want to, but a part of me honestly feels like she did sell out. She was aware, and she probably got all kind of pats on the back and all kind of encouragements to do so. Who knows? She even was bribed, maybe, or maybe she didn't have to be bribed. And this is the ugly truth, because once the truth visual of their sales come out, they got all kind of excuses. It wasn't me, it's the company, it's the big dogs. You have the power, they hired you. In the same way you thought comfortable enough to question his dear friend, you could have said, when they gave you that list of questions, could have said, can we omit this? Is there anything else you can put in this? Because even on E.T., they want to say that's part of his past. I'm pretty sure you got a past. You don't want it flashing across the screen just because of who you are. This man, a wife is in mourning. Children are in mourning. A whole family. Let that be enough to say, you know what, I am human and so are they. Let's have some compassion and some consideration, for crying out loud. And again, that's my 2 cents, y'all. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Continue to pray for the world. Continue to pray for America, because it's getting ugly pretty quick. And again, I hate to be this person, but I am a believer. And I do truly believe that things are going to get real ugly real fast. If you aren't praying, pray.